Don't overlook the meat on the vine because it can really, really prove to be. Well, let's talk about the astrology of December 31st, 2024, January 1st, 2025. The very first aspect that we have going on is that the moon will sextile Saturn. So this brings about stability, first of all. This can bring about a feeling that we're responsible, that we're committed, that we're inducted to our family, community, or nation. This is also the time to go inward, to go in perspective into ourselves, to really, really take that time to reflect, to go inward, to go within. This is very, very important. And whatever practices you do that help you get into the reflective state, this is the time to implement those practices in motion. This is about having relationships which respect your need for introspection while also being emotionally nourishing, where you're truly connected and connecting with that particular person. So this is truly about forming these relationships and really celebrating these relationships in your life. The moon is going to square Chiron. So this is all about healing your wounds. You want to face your wounds, you want to heal your wounds. You want to feel your feelings, integrate your feelings, allow yourself to move through your feelings. Don't suppress or deny the feelings. Just let them be there and move through them. That's your advice for this time. And if you've been in a comfort zone which is very limiting, very inhibiting, this is the time to get out of that comfort zone, to really, really expand beyond that comfort zone of being and to go beyond that normal, normacy of ways of being, which can be very, very repelling, very compelling for you to get into, to stay in a particular comfort zone and have that as your only anchored place of life. But this is the opportunity for you to get out of that comfort zone, to form brand new comfort zones that can be emotionally liberating. The moon is going to square Lilith. So when the moon is square Lilith, we're feeling insecure. It takes a lot of hard work for us to feel secure. This is about giving yourself full permission to feel and move through your intense feelings. The moon is going to trine Uranus. This is all about liberation when the moon is trine Uranus. Uranus is the liberating factor. It wants to have you free yourself from certain conditions or certain enchainments in place in your life that have been inhibiting you and limiting you. It wants you to break free. That's Uranus energy. So this is about independence, freedom, liberation. This is also about embracing your individuality and celebrating your individuality and putting your individuality out into the world with your creative, galactite energy. This is all about seeking out growth and change. You want growth, your soul desires growth, and it also desires change as well. So honor these two things, giving these things fully to your soul. This is the time to get out of your comfort zone. So you want to really, really consider how you can get out of a comfort zone that you have built for yourself that you need to get out of. Now, the oracle cards that I chose for today are, first of all, the blade. This is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. So the blade and the serpent reversed. So this is all about overcoming the fear of hurting others. Unsheath the blade and use it wisely. So overcome this fear that you're going to do others harm, that you're going to do others an injustice of some sort. And it's important not to seduce others with your ideas, allowing them to have their own ideas and visions for their life, and allowing yourself to have your own ideas and visions for your life. It's very important that that boundary is set in place really, really strong for you. Moving on to January 1st, the very first aspect we have going on is Mercury will sextile Black Moon Lilith. So in Mercury sextile Lilith, you find that your ideas can be communicated effectively and easily. You can communicate your ideas in a way where it can pierce through illusions to find the truth of matters, really get to the truth and heart of matters, to get to the absolute truth of what matters in your life truly. People will respect your honesty now. People will respect you being honest and sincere at this point in time in your life. This is also about having birds and bees conversations about sexuality, not being afraid to bring it up at the dinner table, not being afraid to bring it up and talk about it openly and honestly. And you can really inspire others with your words. Another aspect going on is that we have the moon sextile Neptune. This brings about strong emotional boundaries that have to be set in place because Neptune is all about the dissolving of those boundaries. You're getting into territory where you're like swimming in the ocean and you have no boundaries. And you're just absorbing yourself and basking in the energies and empathetic, emotional junctures of other people, where you're not having those strong, boundaries set in place. So that's the time to build those boundaries very, very strong. The soft influence of Neptune is tuned to Pike as well. This is all about feeling a greater sense of empathy and compassion for others. This is what it is all about. Feeling greater empathy. Like you can really understand what the person is going through on an emotional, psychological level. And you have compassion for yourself and what you are going through on that level as well. It may be difficult to maintain boundaries in relationships at this time. So it's important to build those boundaries as strong as you can. You may be sensitive to the needs of others and the ones they send. That may be the case, as you're more sensitive to others' needs. This is good to meditate and contemplate whatever you need to put yourself in meditation centers or circles. Very good. This is good for expressing your emotions creatively through art and music. You can express your emotions in multiple different kind of creative ways. Not just art and music, but through pottery, through hook hanging, through oven creating. There's multiple ways to express your creativity and emotions. The moon is going to conjunct Pluto at 0 degrees of Aquarius. So this makes it hard to focus on anything besides the intense emotions that you're currently experiencing. So it can create difficulties in terms of moving beyond your very intense emotions. Maybe you're seeing someone's true feelings and how about they feel about you. It may be hard to stop if you find yourself doing something emotionally fulfilling. It may be hard to stop that. You may get obsessed with it. You may be absorbed by it in some way. And obsessive thinking can really, really be a huge factor that can play a part here. So, what is forcing you to look at your life path right now? Acknowledge that first and foremost. Family issues that have not been healed and resolved needs to be healed and resolved now. Your views regarding the outer completely transformed as well. This is about facing a present loss which has not been fully processed. Maybe you've lost a friend or a family member or a state of being or a physical thing from your life, that now you're mourning and processing that loss. And what can you do to feel more empowered and secure within yourself? Very, very important. The moon is going to sextile the North Node. So this is all about preparing for a significant transformation. This is all about being receptive to the love and guidance of those around you. Really opening up to that love and guidance is really, really critical now. Mothering and nurturing will likely be brought up at this point in time right now. So that may be a case to pause out is is smothering and nurturing qualities that can be brought out of you right now to be fully looked at and acknowledged for exactly what it is, exactly as it is. This is all about being more emotionally nourishing to others as well. It's a good chance that whatever it is, and you can define that in your own life, will occur now. If you wanted something to happen, it's probably going to happen now. This is good for purchasing a new home as well. You may have a new understanding of your family's past that can cause significant healing transformations within you. That may be something to this as well. The moon is going to oppose Mars, finally and foremost. So relationships can turn from passionate love affairs to full-blown warfare. This can be a positive where you're really loving the person, you're really on them, you're jumping them, and then there's a war, there's a battle, there's a fight that comes up there's because of a disagreement and you're fighting. So come up to the fight with courage and with diplomacy at the same time. Physical exercise, Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, all those types of things can be very healing now. And you feel more emotionally imbalanced after you exercise. And more at peace once you release those pent-up emotions from your body through exercise. Be mindful of taking others' needs into consideration, not just your own needs. This is very, very important that you acknowledge and fully, um, you know, understand and are there for other people's needs. It's important not to react impulsively at this time. There can be power struggles and conflicts in relationships that can come about, and it's important to remain as level-headed as you can be at this time. Here, the oracle cards that I pulled are first of all um, the coyote and the child reversed. So there may be detours in your journey, in your path, on your path. There's detours. There's all kinds of things like that that can take you away from your current path of standing. And so these detours are very, very, they seem to sort of take you from, you being on course and then you being off course. Um, but the detours are necessary for your growth and your evolution and for your karmic paying off the debts. So it is essential that you welcome them and go on those detours and be willing to see what the universe has to give you when you go on those detours. And this is also about getting your sense of play back into your life, really regaining your sense of curiosity, your sense of joy about life, your sense of just fun, spontaneous play in your life. Regaining that back is what this is all about. Okay, everybody, that is your astrology and oracle card reading forecast for December 31st and January 1st. Keep in mind that your January 2025 video oracle readings or divine horoscopes will be available for you to watch tomorrow, and there'll be a corresponding playlist for that. I will be filming those videos tomorrow on December 31st. So keep in mind for those videos to be coming out at that particular time. That's when they'll be filmed and released, is tomorrow. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for tuning in. Bye for now.